Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. So let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet here. So we do see from Watcher Guru just in over 20% of American adults own crypto, and a majority see a need to update the financial system, Coinbase survey reveals. Now, I'm sure that you guys are all aware of the videos that I've recently been posting talking about the coming reset of the current financial system to welcome in the new financial system. The biggest issue here, though, is the fact that these Americans that are, doing the survey, they are hopeful that the new financial system will be built upon DOT rails, aka crypto and blockchain technology. But I want you all to realize that the major issue around this is the overall sentiment and motive that regulators are creating. Meaning, as we do see over here, HSCB, a bank, right? This is a major bank, restricts customers from buying Bitcoin. Now, this is utilizing credit cards, and you do see a lot of people saying this is pretty normal. Buying investments on credit cards is never a good investment. The thing is that it starts with things like this that most will say, all right, well, yeah, it's just credit cards. I could still make bank transfers. But the problem is that it will start with this, and then it will continue to spiral into bank transfers. It will, like every single thing is going to be cut off. They want to cut everyone off from buying crypto. You might think that I'm crazy, but let's go over to this tweet here from Brian Quintens. So we do see in this New York Mag interview, Gary Gensler has planted an important and dangerous red flag. It's clear that caring about investor protection issues within his jurisdiction or consumer protection issues outside of it isn't his goal. It's to shut down the entire Web3 ecosystem in the US. Remember what I've said. They want retail out. They want to cut retail out entirely. Look at this quote here. The unstated premise of the SEC's current enforcement push appears to be that if the government can broadly stigmatize the industry and market participants, then ordinary people, the retail investors all over the world who have gotten swept up in the crypto frenzy of recent years, might think long and hard about whether to hold these assets in any form. Remember what I said. The sentiment around crypto for the retail individual right now that hasn't been a part of the scene, that hasn't been paying attention to things. We're talking about individuals that weren't here during or even before the SEC lawsuit against Ripple or their overall motives recently. Those out there that are blind to what crypto's doing, blind to what crypto is, I can almost guarantee you that a large percentage of them probably think right now that crypto's a big scam. It's a big Ponzi scheme. That it's going here. It's going to zero. Because that's what mainstream media has painted for them. You have Jim Cramer, who millions watch, by the way. Squawk Box is huge. CNBC, a lot of people watch it. You have individuals taking investor advice, financial advice from Jim Cramer, who's telling you that, hey, it's going to zero. It's a scam. Stay out of crypto. And combined with this, you have regulators telling you the same exact thing. You got to be aware of the risk. Things are going to zero. Look at FTX. They utilize these as an example. FTX collapsed overnight. Luna collapsed overnight. The stablecoin collapsed overnight. They continue to do this. The SEC News hasn't had an intellectually honest or serious conversation on crypto/Web3 for 4 years. If the SEC isn't going to take this innovation and technology seriously, Congress should not view them as a serious crypto regulator. Everything other than Bitcoin, Gensler told me. This is why it is so important for everyone. I don't care if you are an Ethereum maxi. I don't care if you hate XRP. I don't care if you think Brad Garlinghouse is the devil himself. You need to take a step back and look at what the SEC is doing here. Because this isn't just XRP on the line. This is every asset besides Bitcoin. And yes, that does mean the door is open for them to target Ethereum. This is a big deal. Now, also, outside of all of this, right? What are they silently pushing for behind the scenes? Oh, yeah, that's right. CBDCs. Just in, Bank of England says a digital pound CBDC presents a big opportunity. Go check out the Digital Pound Foundation. Look at the news in just the last month alone. In just February alone. The Enera, USSD, channel targets feature phone users. The IMF offers Jordan's central bank recommendations for implementing retail CBDC. Sweden is ready. I mean, you see it everywhere. You could see this everywhere. Nigeria, Bank of Russia. I mean, it is seriously moving so fast. And this is just in the last month alone. This is how fast things are moving. I'm telling you right now, as we focus on the bigger picture here, they're creating this terrifying scenario around crypto that you need to avoid it. Then they're going to say, a CBDC. A CBDC, you need a CBDC. Guess what? They want retail out. They will utilize this technology, but they want the only individuals to be invested into this space and this technology is the big boys, the elites, the financial institutions, the big giants that make money off of retail's backs. That's who they want a part of CBDCs in this entire technology space. They will push a retail CBDC on us faster than anyone even thinks. This is the narrative. They want to destroy Web3, decentralized finance. They want to usher in CBDCs so that they have full control over everything. This is what's happening. And by the way, US-based companies are getting completely screwed around crypto. Coinbase, who takes regulatory actions very serious. I remember Brian Brooks just recently, or Brian Armstrong, sorry, not Brian Brooks, just recently talking about how we need to stand up against the SEC. Yeah, I don't think that Brian Armstrong is standing up against the SEC at all, as they did suspend Binance USD, their stablecoin trading, most likely due to regulatory actions. Recently, the SEC said that Binance is under scrutiny from them. So again, as we do focus on the bigger picture here, yeah, crypto in the US, it's essentially a dead end. It's a dead end. I've said it. As everyone has for the last, over 2 years now, come out of the woodwork and laugh at Ripple and, say XRP is a shit coin, XRP is going to zero, XRP is this, XRP is that. As we started to see this happen, and as we've seen the groups of individuals, pile in and make fun of Ripple and XRP and the XRP community, yeah, I don't think anybody's laughing at this point. I mean, and I don't think anyone's going to be laughing anytime soon, because this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We recently seen the SEC go after Kraken. It's only a matter of time before they start targeting larger exchanges like Binance. They talked about this. They discussed it already. That's why I believe in the overall idea around this case. We need to fight back. We need to rally against the SEC, because what they are doing, their regulation by enforcement action, it's just not working anymore. It really is not working, and it's never worked, by the way. So, and here we have Ripple executive claims Europe's regulatory framework is leaving America behind. Susan Friedman, an international policy counsel at the blockchain firm, claims that the U.S. regulatory landscape is fragmented. Yeah, I completely agree. Listen, as we look at what's happening around the retail individual, like, retail investors are getting completely screwed. Go look over at the EU. Go look at what you know, India's doing. Look at what the UK's doing. Singapore. Look at the UAE. I mean, as we focus on everything happening outside of the US, regulations and adoption and the streamlined approach to crypto, it's moving so fast. We are seeing these areas and these large countries taking matters into their own hands. And what do we have in the US? We have an agency, taxpayer money funded agency, continuing to stifle innovation and hurt the same individuals that they've sought out to protect and they claim to protect to this day. No, absolutely not. They're not here to protect anyone besides the big bankers and the banks themselves. This is a big problem. This is a major issue. And I want you all to realize out there what's going on, because this is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the biggest problem that I see with all of this is just how fast things are moving outside of the US. If we continue to see this, we will see the US itself, one, fall behind drastically technologically and economically, but also the biggest thing that I'm worried about is US-based investors getting completely screwed. They have already set the narrative around crypto. It should be avoided at all costs unless you want to lose all your money. I want you guys to understand, right? I want you all to understand that as we focus on what's happening, this is their goal. Their mission is to terrify the retail investor from even entering into the space. They want to destroy Web3. They want to destroy Web3. They want to destroy the idea of DeFi. They don't want this space to thrive at all because we are a significant threat to the traditional system. I want you all to realize this. I want you all to understand that at the end of the day, we need to continue to combat the SEC. And a lot of people are outraged due to this. A lot of people. Everything other than Bitcoin. You could find a website, you could find a group of entrepreneurs, they might set up their legal entities in a tax haven offshore, they might have a foundation, they might lawyer it up to try to arbitrage and make it hard jurisdictionally or so forth. In other words, there are people behind these cryptocurrencies using a variety of complex and legally opaque mechanisms, but at the most basic level, they are trying to promote their tokens and entice investors. Bitcoin, because of its unique history and creation story, is fundamentally different from other crypto projects in this respect. Remember what I said. Remember what I said about Bitcoin. The reason why they are not trying to kill Bitcoin, the reason why they don't care about Bitcoin, is because when you focus on Bitcoin, when you focus on it, it is not a significant threat because of how inefficient it is. That's the big deal. That's the big elephant in the room, is the fact that when you look at some of these other tokens, why was Ripple and XRP targeted first? I could tell you exactly why. And I'm sure that all of you could put, two and two together. It's because of how significant of a risk it is to the traditional system. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Because definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. Up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.